Hey, yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mistah Wilson, and you are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio. And today, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to open up some more, man, and I'm going to talk about my experience as a foster kid on psych meds. And for those who don't know, you know what I'm saying, I was born and raised in the foster care, you know what I'm saying, just, days or weeks after birth, you know what I'm saying, I was placed in long-term foster care. From there, even from the first long-term foster parent, you know what I'm saying, they had me on psych meds for my ADHD. And what ended up happening was, I've displayed, certain behaviors as a child, you know what I'm saying, that, made psychiatrists and group home staff and social workers, you know what I'm saying, recommend psychotropic medication for me, you know what I mean? And, it's always been against my better judgment, but, as a kid, you know what I'm saying, we ain't in a position to make those decisions for ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So, I just want to go ahead and talk about my experiences being in foster care and on psych meds, you know what I'm saying? Now, it goes all the way back to probably as far as I can remember, you know what I'm saying? The far back as I can remember, my life is about 4 years old. We're talking 1994. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, I remember taking psych meds as early as 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? And, it's real interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to Chaparral Elementary School in Palmdale. You know what I'm saying? This is like 1996, 1997. And, I was taking, psych meds, you know what I'm saying, for my, hyperactive behavior. And, I didn't know it back then, but I couldn't really sit still in class. And, I remember being in the first and second grade, particularly the first grade. And every day at noon, they would announce on the speaker, Michael Taylor, come get your meds. You know what I'm saying? And I'd walk to the office to go get my meds. Now, looking back on that now, you know what I'm saying? I'd be embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? For you to just announce on the whole school-wide system, you know what I'm saying? To come get my medication, But as a kid back then, it was cool. I didn't think it was a bad thing. Actually, you know what I'm saying, it gave me a reason to kind of walk through the halls and get out of the classroom for a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I looked at it, you know what I mean? I took the meds and I went back to class, you know what I'm saying? Later on in life, you know what I'm saying, the foster parents, group home staff, I mean, I was, always recommended psych meds, you know what I'm saying? And, I remember, you know what I'm saying, I was in this foster home, you know what I'm saying, in the year 2000 when I was 10 years old. I was 11 years old, actually. And it was 2001, excuse me. And, at this time, I was taking 7 different psych meds in the morning before school. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point to where I didn't even need water for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I would just take it out, just take them all, pop them in my mouth and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, that was like a real peak in, you know what I'm saying, like all the different psych meds that I was taking, like adderall, you know what I'm saying? And adderall is really what had the biggest impact on me negatively, you know what I mean? And positively, you know what I'm saying? Like it's affected my metabolism, you know what I'm saying? So, shortly after I was taking adderall, while I was on adderall, it wasn't like I lost weight, but I stopped gaining weight, you know what I'm saying? Because my metabolism kicked up and I can virtually eat anything, you know what I mean? So I guess that's a positive in a way, but, it was a real process, you know what I'm saying? They would really, grab this, this bottle, that bottle, that bottle, that bottle, you know what I'm saying? Take the Resperdal, chop it in half, you know what I'm saying? I was taking Adderall on the capsule and as a pill, you know what I'm saying? And, a whole bunch of other medicines that I can't remember the names of, you know what I mean? You know how the medicines be having crazy names, you know what I'm saying? One thing, you know what I'm saying, I want to point out is that, you know what I'm saying, when my foster parents would take me to the psychiatrist for my little weekly checkups, I was always active as a kid, you know what I'm saying? PE was my favorite period. And I really felt like, I would go see the psychiatrist. I would tell him that it's slowing me down. I didn't want to be slowed down. And always against, you know what I'm saying, what I wanted for myself as a kid, you know what I'm saying? The psychiatrist would always recommend upping the dosage. And it was an experiment, you know what I mean? And then I remember, going to Pacific clinics and, my foster parent was sitting right there with me in the meeting with the psychiatrist, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to say it then, but looking back, that added, a little extra pressure, on opening up, and really giving, the psychiatrist, a good, synopsis on, my week, how the medicine's affecting me, things like that. And I didn't like that, So there'd be times where, I wouldn't take it, or I, would act like I took it and, threw it or put it under my tongue, threw it away later, that type of thing. And then, people were telling me that, foster parents get paid more for kids that are on psych meds. And I understand, and when I kind of look back on my foster parents, it kind of always felt like, keeping me on psych meds was like an incentive, So I guess they got a bonus for it, and that's kind of fucked up, but, it is what it is. And, it's really impacted my life, my body, my health, later in life, when, I'm trying to put on a little more weight, and it's a challenge, It's really got me looking into things like whey protein, protein shakes, and anything that can supplement my diet to help me gain weight, I've been, about 145 for the past 10 years, In 6th grade, I was going to Fauché Learning Center, in South Central LA, and, it was during PE, all the classes were like 2 hours, 2-hour periods, man. And I remember in PE, this one particular day, the PE teacher was taking everybody's height and weight. And, I was just remembering like, damn, he's checking everyone's height and weight in front of everybody. Everybody's right there, and it's just like, I don't want to hop on this thing in front of everybody and see that I'm fucking underweight. I was 80 fucking pounds, as a 12-year-old kid, That's not fucking healthy, And sure enough, check it out, man. I was kind of like drifting around the whole period, letting everybody go before me, on the scale. And, he caught me when it was my turn. He caught me just, drifting, and he was like, Michael, get your ass over here. And it was crazy, the way he was talking to me, man, because I was really, really embarrassed to get on the scale in front of everybody. And sure enough, I get on that scale, he weighs me, and under his breath, he's like, what the fuck? Like as if he's saying like, yo, this can't be right. You know what I mean? And he was like, this shit was 80 pounds, 85 pounds. And then, there was a kid right there that was like, oh, what? Ooh. It was just bad. And, that had, emotional effects on me, and not in a good way. That's just something I want to put out there. And, I had fights with my foster parents over med refusal, because no one wanted to understand where I was coming from, And, I never really had the chance to, play organized sports, because I was always moved from a different home to another home, and I never really had that stability. At the same time, having, someone that cared enough, about my future, to, help me spend my time productively or what have you. All in all, man, my experiences, taking psych meds as a foster kid, if you ask me today, man, it's really affected my body, even my mind, But, I'm still thankful for foster care, that's a topic that I'll talk about in another episode. And I just wanted to really share, my experiences taking psych meds as a foster kid for mental health specialists who may be out there, youth specialists or group home staff or anyone like that wants insight from kids who have been through it and, would like to, gain insight to help work with kids now. So, people that are working with, transitional age youth, at-risk youth, young kids taking psych meds, I want to be a resource for you guys. And if you got any questions, I have a very extensive mental health history. And, feel free to reach out. It's your boy, Mistah Wilson. This is Wilson Block 100 Radio. Thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the Wilson Block magazine. Please buy it. Every time you buy a copy, you're supporting local artists. And, thewilsonblock.net. Don't forget it, you know what I'm saying? And I'll holler at y'all next time. Wilson Block 100 Radio, son. We out.